Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. Just about to cook myself some food, so I thought I'd have a cheeky little beer while I do it. So today we're looking at another beer from Perlenbacher as part of their Maltos line, and this is the Indian Pale Ale, their IPA, clocking in at 7.8%, and this uses Cascade and Amarillo hops, and there is a little bit of a blurb on the front of it, but it's like metallic and the writings are joined up, so I can't really read it too well. But like I said in my whiskey malt video, you get a free pack of each beer and they cost about $2.89, something like that. And this is like the second round of the beers that they've done, and I've already drank the previous two because I drank them at the same time I was doing the stout hangout, and I remember them going down quite nicely, to be honest. So without any further ado, let's get the beer opened and see what we get. So it is slightly chilled, don't get me wrong, I do like to drink my IPAs when they're a little bit colder, but hopefully that won't detract from the actual flavour. So let's pour just a little bit in the glass so we can get a good impression. Give it a little bit of a head. And beer in a glass, and that is a nice orangey marmalade-y sort of colour. It's got a nice slight haze to it, but I'm putting that down to chill haze, to be honest. Lots of spacious bubbles in there, going nicely all the way up to that one finger's worth of maybe a slightly off-white head, but looks like a really nice IPA so far. So let's give it a little bit of an aroma, a bit of a smell. And yeah, it smells like an IPA. You definitely get those slightly tropical hops in there. Not really a fruit bowl, but you get that like lychee sort of aroma. Maybe a slight grapefruit bitterness there. It's got that like very slightly resiny, freshly cut grass aroma, but very, very slight. Roundtree's fruit pastels, I get that a lot of IPAs. But yeah, it smells like a nice, reliable IPA. Nothing too fantastic on the aroma, but I've smelt, much more highly regarded IPAs than this one that have just really brought nothing to the table in terms of aroma. But we all know that the most important part is the taste, so let's see how this one goes. Cheers. And just like on the aroma, a very solidly crafted IPA. Nothing fantastic, don't get me wrong, but you do notice the bitterness actually. I'm not sure what the IBU count on this one is. Doesn't really say, and I can't read it anyway. No, really can't see too much, to be honest. But I'd imagine it's around the 40 to 50 IBU count, just taking a guess. It's got a nice slight spiciness to it as well, like a nice little peppery kick that mixes well with that hop character. Hops are evident, but they're not overwhelming. I've tasted beers that have used that hop combination a lot more effectively, but you're predominantly getting the bitterness, the hops from the bitterness. It does not drink like a 7.8% beer at all. It's got a nice solid body to it, not light, not too heavy. It's crisp. Carbonation's really nice and balanced as well, and a very, very solid IPA. Does it compare to some of the bigger German craft IPAs that I've tried, like the Meisel Friends, Camber Bavaria? No, not really. Those are just taken up to another level. They've like perfected the German IPA. But that being said, there's loads of German IPAs that I need to try. But this, for a supermarket beer that doesn't sell craft beer, it's not like Lidl back in the UK where you can get all your real ales and import beers, and then they've got their own little craft line, which I don't know, you can't really compare it to that because that's a completely different brewery that does it. But when you know Perlenbacher and the beers that they usually do, and when you know that it's LIDL, it's a really good job. For the price, you get free. It's going to see you through the evening really, really nicely. There's actually slight alcohol warmth now as I'm talking, but it's nicely balanced and incorporates it. It's not offensive on the palate. And yeah, price point is spot on. It's not going to be the best IPA you've ever tried. But I said this when I was talking about the whiskey malt beer. Even some of the bigger and more well-renowned craft beers have produced beers of this style, especially IPAs. You know, the market's flooded with IPAs and pale ales. And this is like way above average, but it's not exceptional. So in terms of a rating, I'm actually going to give this one an 8 out of 10, just because I'm putting that price point in there and the availability to me. For you guys outside of Germany, I don't think you'll see these get out to the UK unless someone, you know, brings like a big load of them. I don't really know if it'd be worth it because there's much more, you know, better German beers that you could pick up. But if you find yourself here in Germany, you go into Lidl and there's IPA for less than £3, you're getting 3 bottles. Yeah, you can't complain at that. So it's an 8 out of 10. So if you've tried this beer, especially to like my German audience, if I do actually have one, then I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on these beers. I mean, a few of the supermarkets now are doing this. I know Netto here in Germany has got their own little craft beers that they've done, or at least they've distributed. So it's great to see that. And yeah, if you've tried those beers, let me know. Check out the Perlenbacher Maltos playlist down below as well. And yeah, any suggestions for IPAs I should check out in the future, also welcome. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you in the next video. Cheers.